thanks to those who came to Sprint to Show and Tell for My Rent Account. This is your lightning talk. So the work that we've been doing has been focused on our sprint goals this week. And we are taking you through this show and tell, each goal bit by bit.
First of all, we did a benchmark of other councils. Here is like the difference what tenants can do, the visualizers that we have. We also went to the NCC and we were listening to a call. This was a very interesting call about a guy that wanted to pay the whole year, and the lady was very confused about the amount. Okay, this was another call that was very interesting, an old lady that wanted to pay, but she didn't know the security questions, but the agent, she let her pay, but was not very secure, of course.
We put a survey on the My Rent Account to find out why customers are coming to the rent account, what they wanted to do, if they were successful, and what we could improve on. So is it the login process, the payment process, and what other features they might like. Would they like the day of their direct debit? Would they like a breakdown? We haven't had the survey running for very long, but so far we've got a few responses, and they are, most people have gone onto the account to make a payment. Most people were able to complete their transaction, only one person partially. And things that could be improved with the login process and the payment process. The payment is the worst, obviously. And they would all like reminders if they've forgotten to make their payment, and to be able to download receipts. A couple of customers have complained about the payment process, so there's no confirmation when they've made a payment. They're a little bit worried that their payment hasn't gone through.
Okay, these are the payment journeys that are in scope and out of scope. The Hackney payment journey is out of scope, and the rental payment is in scope. These two pages are in scope, and also the pay your rent webpage.
We've got some hotjar videos that are available on the G Drive for you to take a look at. These mostly show how customers are navigating through the rent account and also how they were using the web pages. We have now updated the web pages, and we've got some new videos on there that show that it's much easier for the customers to find how to make a payment and to view their rent account.
We did some wireframes that are in scope. You can search the wireframes and click this link.
So when we were looking for My Rent Account through our browsers, it wasn't coming up at all, and this is because there was no content on the website. We looked at search terms using Google Analytics to see what people were looking for. So when people are looking for My Rent Account using the term search and through browsers like Google, they can't find it. That's because there's no content on our website that mentioned My Rent Account. So we look at search terms here. We now have this copy on the website. It should be crawled and show the results to show that the best results get returned to customers.
We also found out about the accessibility about the current rent account. We found out that it was not accessible, that has a lot of mistakes. And what we're going to do, we're going to develop a new rent account following the best practices of the WC and the
Okay, these are the pros and cons of the local platform which My Rent Account is up on. It's cheap to develop more functionality and app systems than what we are using, but there are cons. It's quite expensive, £7,000 a year. Getting development skills are tricky unless you really want to build an in-house development team, and there's always a risk that it's so easy to develop functionality, so focus on functionality rather than focusing on core ID values we had a goal of making payments real time, so the three reasons you can't have that at the moment. One, make sure the Paris in real time. Two, is go into user house in real time. And three, if not shown in My Rent Account from user house via Dynamics 365. So we want to improve that. So can we get messages out to Paris in real time when the payment is made? We believe so because human havering council nearby couldn't do that. We want to replicate that. Can we import it into universal housing in real time? Potentially not, because it's interfacing on iCivica, so we're looking at alternatives to that, maybe a database somewhere else that could be read from. Can we show My Rent Account information directly from universal housing? Yes, we can. That's what we do.
So we're looking at education. Currently, people can just go into their rent account by typing in their rent account number. and their postcode. That's called the slide for making payments. We're also showing them details of any benefit they might get. So we want to do security, we want to do a risk assessment across each of the different informational transaction types to assess what the risk is, what security should be, and come up with a set of options. We're looking at these, but we've also been talking about sending PIN codes on mobile phones for people to connect.
So finally, as part of taking your feedback on board, you say something and we try and do something about it. So you said get customers' feedback. We added a survey to the rent account. You said compare what other councils are doing. We've been and done an assessment. You said show us what customers are doing. We've got Hotjar videos for you. You said look at reducing the batch file uploads into universal housing. We're looking at that. We've got another 10 dozen questions to answer, but we are looking at it. The only thing that we haven't taken action on is showing customers how to save passwords on their phone, because we haven't decided if we're going to use a password yet, so we put that in our backlog. Finally, we've come up with a refined vision for My Rent account. If you want to see what it is in full, go and look at the slide deck, but be assured it's awesome.